Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-da-ba-bum bum bum ba-da-da-bum ba-da-bum ba-dum bum ba-da-bum bum 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 ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum bum. Listen, enough of me singing. Let's get this show started. Good morning. Hold on. We don't want that one. That's better. Good morning. How are you? I wasn't going to do a show this morning. Hold on. Which one have we got on? We need... No. We've got two of us now. Hey, look at that. And it's that one we want to press. There you go. Good morning, JJ. Good morning, Stevo. How are you? Nice to have you. Indeed. It was a late night for me last night, so I'm going to ramble a bit. Now, first of all, can you hear me okay? I like to check this because there wasn't so many technical difficulties this morning. It was just a bit of frustration with the mic here, which we use later, not doing what it's supposed to do. So just give me a big thumbs up if you can hear me okay. And I will come back and look at it afterwards. Oh, it's Saturday. We've entered the weekend and we will look at the weather in a minute. But this is like a critical weekend in the world that we live in just now, especially for Scotland and the rest of Great Britain, considering that it's potentially going to be a nice day and people are being locked up with cabin fever all week. And that's not good because they're going to think that self-isolation is a Monday to Friday thing. And that's really not good because all it's going to do is increase potential infection. So my morning message to everybody is just suck it up. Go and watch Disney Plus. Come and help me with what I want to do at the end of this show. Okay, this is all about the future of Radio Apocalypse, because one day this is all going to be over. The apocalypse will be done, but Radio Apocalypse will continue to be kind of an alternative radio type vloggy show type thing, and I want to expand it into other ways of doing stuff. So we'll talk about that after we have done the weather, after we've looked at the papers and done the morning poetry, and then we'll just go for it. All right, we will put that on. Oh, come on, cooker. There we go. Nice and low, not too high. Get the Catalonian on, and then we will go and do the Vada. Okay, you're a bit scunnered at what I'd seen last night. Feels a bit petty. What happened last night? Steve-o, was it me? Have I done something to upset you? I hope not. Oh, thank you, Jason. Right, if Steve-o, if I've done anything petty, please feel free to tell me if I've done something wrong. I'm always up for, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Constructive criticism. So my brain's not working. All I want to do is improve what I do. But if it's something out in the big bad world, all right, no, right, okay, cool. See, I've got to keep coming back to the laptop to read it. Right, okay. You tell me what you don't need to tell me just now. You can tell us offline if you don't want to share it with us just now, Steve-O. If you want to share it, and we'll talk about it. Okay, but let's have a quick look at. Let's open the weather window. Oh, hang on, I've got to close that bit. And let's have a look at the world that I am missing. Ah, man, it looks nice over there. It looks like it's going to clear up where the sun's coming up. The birdies are chirping. Don't hear much traffic. No, I hear a car. Get back home, you car drivers. And it's pretty cloudy over there. Oh, there's a pretty cat. Psst, 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 psst. Hello. Psst, psst, psst. Yeah, weather is pretty. It's not cold. Oh, there's a squirrel. Hold on. Let me see the squirrel. You see him? See him? Hold on. Hold on. Can we get closer? Is he gone? Oh no, there he is. Coming along the fence. See him? Good morning, squirrel. How are you? You are live on the internet and you don't even know it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yes. Where are we? Need to get that down and we want. Why is it not going to let me? There we go, and flip back. Good, 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 good. So weather, it's not cold for Scotland. It's not wet. It's not windy. Be a good day to do some gardening. You know, if you've got a garden, go out into the garden. If you're, you're allowed to hang out with the same people, in the households and stuff like that. Let's have a look what Steve was saying. Right. Okay. Right. Here we go. Right. I was coming back from the shop. I am seeing two teenage girls on their way somewhere, all dolled up, and the police drove past them. Less than a minute later, I passed three teenage boys and another cop car drove past them. Makes you feel like there's no point staying indoors. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I was on my way back from collecting essentials from the shops, right? Okay. Yeah. Yes. No, listen, you've been stuck inside pretty much for the duration that you said, Steve. So, I don't doubt your integrity in the slightest with regards to what's going on in the world. You're not going to put people in jeopardy. You're a big, caring, sharing teddy bear kind of guy that I've always had a very strong affinity for back in the days of As Da 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 and everything that happened since. It's like you're one of these sort of people that we can stay in touch. And if I saw you tomorrow and speak to you today, it's like we just spoke yesterday face to face. You're what I call a genuine person. All right. And a genuine people are kind of rare these days. Rare indeed. Right. Let's make coffee the RAB way. Okay. We've got the cup. We get what we do for, no, we're going to get the coffee. Get a spoonful of coffee. There's two schools of making coffee the RAB way. Do you put the coffee in first or do you put the milk in first? Yesterday we put the milk in first. Today we put the coffee in first because I want to experiment actually properly to see if it makes any difference. I don't think it makes any difference because you're stirring the coffee whether you put it in the milk first or not. All right, you're doing it like that, and you're making like a milky coffee mix, and then you're pouring water over it, and it's just not getting burned. There we go. So the proof will be in the pudding of whether or not the coffee is going to taste good. I'm just stirring my porridge. I think it'll taste the same. I don't think it'll make any difference. It's still good. It's still good. Hashtag make coffee the RAB way, the Rabironi way. Okay, so while we wait for it didn't taste any difference. All right, okay. It's some people will put the coffee in first and then they'll put the hot water in. Okay, and if you've used just freshly boiled water, my taste palette kind of says it tastes a bit bitter compared to with this. I don't put sugar in my coffee at all. If you put sugar in your coffee, it's going to taste the same. But I don't add sugar to my coffee. So if you try this, right, just try it, okay? We're talking water, the kettle's just gone click, and you pour the water on top of the raw grinds. Then add your milk, okay, and you might find that it tastes a little bit more bitter. Maybe it's because I've got different taste buds. I don't know at all. Right, let's go back and check on the old porridge. What's this say here? Yes, we are a rare breed these days, genuine people. You know, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit crazy. I'm going a bit stir crazy. I'll be honest with you. I'm feeling a bit like Jack Nicholson at the Outlook Hotel. You know, I did a couple of videos for Bite yesterday, which was like a two-parter for. I'll go and wonder if I could put them up on the internet. It's like a sort of like a Shining-esque thing going on, and it's. I didn't do any direct references to The Shining because I wanted to see if the young guns on the app knew what the reference was. A couple of the older people, so when I say older, I mean my generation, our generation, gentlemen. They sort of like, yes, nice, we get that, you know, because it's quite good. When we've done the papers, I'm pretty sure that I can look up my bites on the internet and look at some of my videos. I'm pretty sure that I can do that. So we will have a look see, and it shows you my creative side of my mind, and the side that is a bit crazy. Indeed. Not just the creative side. Okay, right. This is where we have to be careful about what buttons we push to ensure. Yes, I would probably agree with that as well, Steve-O. Years of smoking will, and that's why it takes 2 spoons of coffee. I've not smoked for a very long time now. I moved from tobacco to vapes, and then vapes to nothing. Just one of those things. Right, so we've got Steve-O and we have Jason in the chat room. Who else have we got? Say hello, please. We've got one in Facebook land. That's Steve-O. And hold on, am I wrong? Nobody says. Hang on. That's weird. It says there's 2 people in Facebook land, in YouTube land, but you guys are coming up as Facebook. Never mind. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Right. Okay. We're going to get the headphones on. We are going to put this guy up on the full screen because that's me there. Then we are going to leave. And you can hear me now. Yay! I forgot to unmute the mic on the other bit of software. What a loony. Silly boy. Right, did you know I wasn't going to do a radio apocalypse this morning because it was late last night and I've been doing quite a lot of stuff. And I thought, well, do you know what? I need a little bit of time to myself. But then I was speaking to Cognag and I was speaking to Barry. Barry came on the stream last night. There we go, that's better. I can now look at you guys a bit better. And I was looking for a direction of where to take this stream once the crisis is all over. I'm not going to mothball it and like leave it all to do nothing and gather dust. I want to take it somewhere. So we're going to talk about that. And that's one of the reasons I came on, because I want to introduce it into a stream that other people will play back later on. But we will stick to the format and we shall have a quick look at this morning's papers. Because they're not as interesting as yesterday, but there's a couple of little triggery points that kind of triggered me a little bit when I was looking at them earlier on.
So the papers. Oh, wake up. Here we go. All right. Daily Mirror. Virtual Grand National Day. What is that all about? I don't know anything about that. We might have to go and Google that later. Is it going to be like pretend horses? Is it going to be little plastic ones? Is it going to be a digital ones? Well, like one of these race night things where somebody actually knows the outcome beforehand? I don't know. Interesting though. Um, Big plea from various medics throughout the United Kingdom, especially after two nurses die of the virus. Stay in for heroes. Regardless, you should just stay in. We kind of know this. We know that there's also people out there that are complete idiots that will not stay in. They can't help being idiots at all. Then we have got the I weekend. This stays on over the whole weekend. Stay at home PM plead to Britain as the sun comes out. Now, I played Boris Johnson's Snapchat message yesterday. I call it Snapchat message because I saw it on Snapchat as well. And he actually, for the first time, sounded and looked sincere. I'm not saying I like the guy. I'm not saying my opinions changed with him, but I have to be honest. He genuinely looked sincere when he was saying it, saying, "Look, the sun's going to come out. You're going to want to go out and play. Don't go out and play." It's just crazy. Where we're doing so well, we're moving. People are still dying, and it's still increasing, but that's because of everybody's inactions the week before, because it takes a week or so for it to hit you. And if we go and do this again, if we all decide to go out and say, screw you, COVID-19, COVID-19, doesn't speak English. It speaks, I'm going to find different ways to infect you because I want to, like, replicate myself. And that's what the virus does. So please take it seriously with what Boris is saying. Never thought I'd ever back him up with things that he is saying. But in all honesty and all fairness, I think it's absolutely vital that we do it this time. Okay, Daily Telegraph. Don't go out and enjoy the sunshine. Great. Oh, look, there's Queenie with her pearl necklace. Did I just say that? Right, okay. Anyway, um, Daily Telegraph. Don't go out and play in the don't go out and enjoy the sunshine. Queen to rally nation's spirits with historic address. Now, I'm an ex-soldier. I've taken vows to defend the country and to back up the Queen or the monarch or whomever, right? And my vow in my head was to the people of this glorious island nation, including the English. I don't have a problem with English. I've got a big problem with Westminster, and I've got a problem with right-wing bigoted English people. And those who voted Tory in the north of England and gave Boris his landslide. That upset me. I've got a problem with them as well. I've got a problem with Scottish Tories. So it's not like a bigotry thing going on here. But I feel that, is the royal family like past its time? Are they I used to think, I like them because they're a good tourist attraction. And I said this to a friend of mine who's part of Commonweal, and he looked at me and goes, yes, yes, yes. That's very true. The Queen is a good instigator of tourism. And I feel sorry for France because they have no tourism at all. Neither does Spain. Spain has no tourism. Germany, they've got no tourism. They need to get themselves royal families. I think Spain has one, but they need these countries need to get themselves royal families because how can they survive without a royal family to encourage tourism? Hmm. That point was valid, and I stood corrected from it all. And long and short of it, I think that we don't really need the Queen. I don't think that we should get rid of her. But from a modern sort of political point of view, we don't really need her. And so many people will probably hate me for saying that. But in all honesty, I feel that we can do without her. She doesn't need our money. Okay, the whole family's got enough money as it is, right? And I think the Queen and the royal family are kept in check with the fact that they are royals in the royal family and they have certain duties to do. If these people had this much freedom and they had no accountability to the public at all, when I say accountability, I mean public opinion, for them, I think they would run amok more so than they do currently. But that's just my opinion. So my wife came up with an amazing thing. If people didn't want to stop paying um, the Queen parts of the money, then why don't we just do a gesture of 1 pence? Why doesn't the Queen say that? Say, look, I don't need your cash, Great Britain. Okay, all these minor royals can go out and get a fucking job. All right, they can go and get a job. They can go and work at McDonald's. They can become YouTubers. They can do whatever they want. All right, but I'm not going to support them through the royal list of people that get money from us. No, no more. No, none of that. And you guys don't need to pay me anything either. In fact, just do it as a gesture. 1 pence a year, everybody at the same time. We make it a national holiday. Like we'll call it the penny day or something. And I thought, wow, my wife's got a tremendous idea there. I think that's quite a good idea. So maybe we should start a petition saying, let's start a penny day for the Queen, where nothing else gets paid. In fact, why not have all the money that the Queen gets from the state go into the National Health Service? Mind blown completely. Let's get back to the papers. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at that beautiful smiley face. She looks great for her age, though. What's she, like 300 or something? Wow, that's amazing. Some lady. And a tiny picture of Boris looking like shit down the bottom. Yeah. Love him. Here we go, virtual Grand National again. As coronavirus kills 2 frontline nurses, the Sun launches a 1 million appeal. Wonder how much money of that they will keep. Help NHS heroes. Angels in their 30s and mums of 3. That's a tragedy. Deadliest day claims 684 people. Woo! Let that sink in. 684 souls. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, children, whomever. Wow. I mean, we do get lots of people dying, full stop, anyway, but it's because it's this. I know, it's kind of semi-preventable. Queen says, we will beat this together. What are you going to do, Queenie? Mom, don't get me wrong. I don't think you're a bad person, but you're kind of holed up in your little world of royalty, nice and safe and sound. Your son's got the virus and he's in Balmoral, and he was a bit of a prat infecting his entourage, and his entourage infected a village. No credibility, no integrity, no nothing at all. Upsetting, very upsetting. Daily Express, was that the Mail, by the way? Yes, it was. We don't like the Mail. The Mail's too pro-Tory. Right, Daily Express, Queen rallies nation in hour of need. I can't wait to see her speech. Is that today? I'm going to have, it might be before the race, I don't know, before the virtual Grand National. Yeah, we will certainly watch that, and I will pick it to bits later on for everything. Do you guys get inspired by the Queen? Please don't think that I'm being horrible about her. I'm not. She's a lovely lady. She does a lot of good stuff, but wow. There's so many people that will be like, "Oh, the Queen's done a speech. Let's get the Union Jacks out up the street and have a tea party." No tea parties. Stay at home. All right, stay at home. Don't put the bunting up. Nothing like that at all. Stay at home. Wave your friggin' flags inside the house. Okay. Don't do it outside the house because you're just going to spread the virus. So yeah, gentlemen, if you could possibly give me your opinion of the Queen, keep it clean if you don't like her, and please don't crucify me if you do love her. And yeah, that's how it is. Right, okay, moving on again. The Guardian, Britain's testing shambles. This is probably the best headline, the most sincere headline of the day. Everything else has been about the Queen or about what were the other ones? The National, the Queen, the National, those poor nurses, the Queen, and then we've got Britain's testing shambles. This is the most important thing to me. We are not delivering on the necessity to test people. And let's just look at this picture here just now. What is wrong with this picture? Right, so this person who is maybe a chemistry, biology student, I don't know, maybe a nurse, but is wearing a hoodie. I don't think it's somebody sincere, is wearing a McDonald's catering apron, okay? Or a plastic apron for making pizzas on the counter in Asda. And they are wearing, they've got a nice face mask on and latex gloves. Now, is he changing those gloves every time he does a kit, does a swap? Because if he's not, all right, potentially there'll be ridiculous cross contamination. So if this person in the car here has the virus, they take a swab, they store the swab, pass it to the testing crew, he goes and does somebody in the next car, the virus is on his hands straight away, straight away. Okay, so that means the next person in the car might be COVID free, but they'll test positive because there's virus on his hands and he contaminates that swab. So I've got no faith in what this person's wearing, and to me, the fact that they're wearing this kit says it's unprofessional. Even if this person has full integrity, is a mad scientist with like 22 degrees that can do this with his eyes shut, could probably invent a new test. Looking at that picture alone says to me, yes, Britain's testing shambles just with that picture. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Right, let's have a looky-loo. The Times. PM's virus advisor calls for a way out of lockdown. I think we're all calling for ways out of lockdown. And the only way to get a way out of lockdown is to test the entire population, you know? And if you've got it, you stay at home. If you don't have it and you're in a household that has it, you stay at home. If you're in a household that doesn't have it, welcome to the world. The sun is shining. Go to the beach, get your green card and go for a walk along Crammond Promenade. Absolutely. But if you've got it, stay at home. They could do these tests at the back of a van. They could descend upon a neighbourhood, okay, have a core van where the tests are done, or two of them, go door to door, swab everybody, put the number on it, pass it on, check the number, see if you've got it, come back, give you a green card. You're clear, and you're clear. You can't go out for 48 hours until we finish the neighbourhood and we know who's who. You know, that's the way you should do it. Absolutely. Okay. But that's too damn sensible. Too damn sensible. We all want a way out of the lockdown. Oh my God, the Daily Star. Oh, I'm heartbroken. Soul legend Bill Withers dead at 81. Oh man. Bill Withers. And he did. Oh, shame. Oh. I'm coming onto the screen to go, oh, Bill Withers. We liked Bill. You liked Bill? Yes. Right, okay. Robert has given us a little bit of his feelings towards what I was saying about the monarchy. Monarchy. Well, what people forget is it was us Scots who took the Union to Westminster in the first place in 1606, James I of England and the 7th of Scotland. Yes, but why, Robert? Why did we do that? Did he go down there to do it and say, hey, I want to be king of everything? Or was he invited historically because he was the only monarch that was available to be the king? Do you think if England had a king or queen, he would have been invited? No. No. He was a legitimate heir to the throne in line, and that's why he did it. Okay. It wasn't us Scots that actually took it. He was invited to do it. Okay. And that brought the union, and that's fine. But that's the monarchy union. And there's a difference between the political union and the crowns. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Scotland put the union of crowns in London in the first place, so I don't see us ever giving up the monarchy. That's fine. Okay, but let's give up paying them. I never said give up the monarchy. I said let's give up paying them. Okay, they do absolutely jack all for the money that we give them. I don't think we get a good return on it. What's wrong, little boy? Want to come and say hello? Come here. Where are you? Oh, what is it? 1 second. Roddick, come here. Oh, sure. Oh, boom. I know. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Go get mama. He's a good boy. Yeah, no, I don't think that the monarchy will go. I just think it needs to be modernized, to be perfectly honest, because there is absolutely no need for us to pay all the minor royals. The direct sons and daughters, and that family line directly, where it's like mother, father, son, daughter, granddaughters, great granddaughters, stuff like that. I don't mind that. That's cool. Okay. But all your minor royals, screw that. Why do we have to pay for them? Why do we have to do any of that? You know, that's just privileged elite taking the piss. Okay, they do nothing. They do nothing. Okay, in all honesty, Robert. Okay, and from the point of view that we have the historical union of the crowns. Okay, that's fine. That's twee. That's art. That's heritage. That's history. Okay, but if you stick your feet in the bucket of nostalgia, it will soon set like concrete, and you can't move. And that's where we are just now. And there's too many people that have their feet stuck in that concrete that don't want to move. And we can't progress. We can't grow as a nation. We can't grow as a civilization because of that. Keep the queen, keep the symbolism. All right. All for that. All right. That's great. So people have their queen. All right. That's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Let's just take the money that we pay her, put it into something for the people instead. She doesn't need the money, and we don't need to pay for the minor royals. That's just my opinion. Okay. And whether or not we get that, that's fine. And don't you ever be sorry, Robert, for having an opinion like that, because I respect your opinion too much. Let us crack on with. We were talking about Bill Withers, weren't we? Bill Withers. Bill Withers is dead. I'm going to play my Bill Withers playlist all day after this. And let's have a look at the last little bit of the papers. Boom chicka. I'm a celeb. Kate's corona torment. Star hubby fights virus in intensive care. Poor Kate's husband. And that is the papers done for the day. Quite interesting, some of the stuff. We had a nice little rant about the Queen there. Please forgive me, royal fans. I don't dislike the Queen. I just dislike what they stand for. For instance, Prince Andrew, he's definitely a predator, okay, without a doubt. Okay, you could see it in his eyes, you could see it in his demeanor at that interview. Okay, he is not a nice guy. And then Charles, he's a bit of a prat, you know, spreading the virus. I think the Queen's embarrassed of her sons, you know, crazy. Wills and Kate, they're good people. They do plenty of work, and Anne agree with you and everything else. So cool. Yeah, Wills and Kate, they've made a choice to leave the family and come out of that money, and they'll do well for themselves as a result of that, cashing in on the celebrity status that they have, which is nice and fair. And Anne does a fair whack of stuff. Just with the rugby alone, I would say she's got my vote. But these people can pay for themselves. They have their own assets. They don't need our money. Okay, and to be perfectly honest as well, they should be made to pay for all the properties they own too. Why does the state have to upkeep them? Unless they're going to give them to English Heritage, Historic Scotland, then we can look after them. But then they become the people's places, not the royal places. Okay, so they're open to the public, right? The Queen can keep Balmoral, can keep whatever properties they want. It's their choice to do that. Okay, but that's where it is with me, with my opinion with that. And there is like I do agree that Wills and Kate, they do quite a lot. I like no, it's not. It's Wills and Kate that do quite a lot. I'm thinking of the other one, the ginger one and his actress girlfriend. I like them the most. Okay, I think they're the best because Harry's dad's definitely not Charles. I'm just saying. You know, it's just my opinion. Okay, we would be ending the show here just now, but I wanted just to put on the record and on the stream that people walk back. My kind of plan Aha, aha, aha. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I have less echo. So hold on. Cam and mic. Logitech high definition. Audio. Test. The mic seems to be working okay. The headphones, yep, they're working okay. Wow, there was a glitch in the matrix and a half there. That was weird. Did anybody else have a little glitchy thing going on? Whew. Just I think I've been talking about the Queen too much, and the Queen is turning round and sort of like going, "Hey, that ginger get up in Edinburgh again's bad mouthing me. Uh, let's just switch his internet off. Push the button, Jeeves." And then bang. Okay, so sorry, Queenie. What can I say? Anyway, what's the future of Radio Apocalypse? Radio Apocalypse is going to be a continuing thing with the same title. We will talk about edgy things. We will have rants. We'll have guests, the usual things. But I'm going to be running it maybe 5 or 6 times a week. When I go back to work, the morning show will go to very early in the morning. If I'm starting if I start at 7, we will have to start the show live super early before the world wakes up. But it'll be pre-recorded and people can watch it back quite happily on Facebook and on YouTube. So what sort of things we're going to do? We're going to do different shows each night with different sort of topics within each show. We'll keep 1 or 2 of the shows just now to be all about COVID. And we're going to, I'm preparing one called The Human Condition. And what we'll do with the human condition is we will have different segments as well, but I'm going to pre-record some of the segments, which makes it easier for me to do. Like the human condition will be things like people that suffer from anxiety and live in toxic relationships, people that might have been abused by people coming on and telling their story, quite dark stuff and harrowing stuff, but then also looking at the positive side of life, looking at the how people have picked themselves back up and moved on, looking at how some people who have never experienced that before, that live in a sort of a world where they live in positivity. And we'll look at the gamers' lifestyle, adult gamers, not like kids gamers. I don't really want to interview kids, but we'll look at why grown-ups like to play computer games. We will look at musicians, artists, digital creators. We will interview them all, mad collectors of things. I've already put feelers out for several different things, and it's a great way to expand the channel because there's communities, niche communities that are like this already. And I've set up a little community on Discord called The Commune, where I hope to bring lots of like eclectic minds of these sort of people together to collaborate and share different ideas, and where we might inspire each other, like the creative side, to do stuff. One of the other shows that I want to do is a cooking show a couple of times a week, and I'll pre-record that because I've got software. If I pre-record it, I can actually just push play and it will go straight through a live stream, or I can like upload it directly. I can't upload things directly to Mixer. They don't allow you to do that, but I can play directly to Mixer a pre-recorded piece of stuff. So Mixer, I've not seen any cooking videos on at all. So I think that the platform for cooking videos will be YouTube and Mixer, because that would be an interesting way to go about doing it. So that's so there'll be the human condition, there'll be cooking with Mojax Happy, and then there will be I'm going to be doing a true crime thing, which is going to be just 15-minute made things. I'm actually got 2 or 3 of those made already, because there's another channel that I want to launch as a whole called Coffee and Crime. But I'm thinking, no, I'm going to keep it all under the one umbrella, the Mojax Happy one, and do these as playlists instead, because that way people can find it much easier. Yeah, so that's the way forward from there. I also want to, when you guys that have been here from the start, I want to invite you guys to help as much as you possibly can. If you've got ideas, hold on a second. Roddick, don't stand up on the couch like that. You're too close to the edge. Okay? Yes, I know. Hello, blah, 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 blah. Just stay there. Stick your butt down. Oh, my word. Whew. He just about jumped off the sofa. Crazy. Right. So yeah, that's the plan. That's where we're going to be heading for that human condition, with other articles, little sort of pockets of interviews with that different genres of people that have different lifestyles. I want to do this thing on a Friday called Freaky Friday, and Freaky Friday is where we look at specifically alternative lifestyles, like people that maybe they live a normal life outside their home, but they do something a bit different. Hello, you want me to play with you? I know you do. Come here just now. Come here just now. Whoa! There we go. Look, you can say hello to the world. Da, da, da. This is Roddick. Whee! There we go. So yeah, that is the way forward. That is the direction that I'm going to take this in. And with your help, if anybody's watching this, if you have any ideas or something that you want me to include in the human condition, or you think that would be a good show, I'm all for it. I'm willing to take anything on board. My mum's just bought me some incredible new sort of like vlogging equipment that I can use with my phone, which makes things a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more interesting. It's like a belated Christmas present, and that should be arriving a week today, actually. Go on then, I'm coming to play with you. I've got to say goodbye to everybody first, but I'm going to go because the boy here, he wants to play. And no, that's my porridge. Okay. Okay. He's trying to take my hand. I'm going to go. Listen. Watch this space. I don't know whether I'm going to do a show tonight. I want to get things done in the house and also other things as well. So, listen, thanks very much for watching. I will be back definitely tomorrow night, if not tomorrow morning. But watch Instagram and Snapchat for any adverts saying whether I'm going to be on or not. And I'm always there for a chat on any of these places. I'm going to upload the Discord server details to my link tree. Go and join it. You'll go in at the members area, the basic welcome area first of all. Anybody that I know that's coming to join that will immediately not have to be sort of initiated and get to know them basically. If I know you, you're going to go to tier 3 straight away, where all the different channels are and the voice channels and the gaming channels are for it all. So I'm not kind of publicly advertising it that much apart from here and to friends just now, until I can build up a small community already. Okay, so take care, be safe, do not go outside in the sunshine today. We're doing so well staying in, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Cake. I just had to put that picture up as I was going. We love cake. I'm away, guys. I will speak to you all soon. Cake.